Hi, Vieira with stockmarketlive.tv. Today I'm going to discuss the future of the investment industry, at least the way I see it, and what I've been sharing with customers, investors for a long period of time. And we are going to refer here to certain examples, real, we always refer to facts, to illustrate precisely my point of view with regards to what is going to change or what is already changing in the investment industry worldwide. I'm going to start by saying that, for example, let's imagine that you are an investor and you have an account at Goldman Sachs or Morgan Stanley, some of the leading investment firms in the United States. And today you are obviously very unpleased with the results. I just have to refer to hundreds of calls that these companies they make every single week, and they have a lousy performance. For example, the very famous one, Goldman Sachs upgrading First Solar to strong buy at $72 with a price target $100 ahead of a crash. Today, First Solar, it is a stock trading at $39. As an investor in Goldman Sachs, or if you have there an account, obviously, if I'm the manager at Goldman Sachs, you are not pleased with the results. The same can be said with regards to companies like Morgan Stanley. For example, Morgan Stanley, conviction buying list, outperforming ratings in some power, $45, price target ahead of a complete meltdown. But these are just many examples because you have hundreds, as I referred to, on the website at stockmarketlive.tv, and the reason to invest against these so-called or claimed to be companies, leading companies, which in fact they don't have any credibility or track record whatsoever. So how do I see the future of the investment industry? Companies as ours, we demonstrate for the past 27 years that we have a disruptive approach. For example, you can compare our company with the case of Apple, what happened in Apple 10 years ago when Steve Jobs was leading the company, which is not today the case, but no one believed at the time that Apple could become the #1 company in the world. But this is precisely where the difference between those that they have the track record, those that they have the vision, comparing to others who in the end they only have their names and nothing else, no track record, no credibility whatsoever. So the way I see it, the future of the investment industry is that these companies as Goldman Sachs or Morgan Stanley, and this is already happening, it has been happening for quite a while, they will lose market share, they have thousands of employees, they will have to fire a substantial amount of employees, they will have to hire people, and this is already happening, with very low quality compared to the past. For example, Goldman Sachs 20 years ago, it is not the same company as today, completely different. They know it, all right, although obviously they don't tell you, but they know it. And today you find the students, you find people without any experience whatsoever as traders, as stock analysts, and this is the reason, in fact, for the investors following the advice of these investment firms to be losing money in the markets continuously, consistently, since it does not work. So if you have people that they don't have any credibility, any track record, any experience, you are going to find immense problems to make a substantial return on investment in the markets. Well, but this you are aware, since some of these firms, they were responsible for the financial crisis in 2009, all right? So I warned you about all this in due time, and you had, I believe, plenty of time to change your attitude and to be therefore responsible for your portfolio instead of delivering to others or believing in miracles. Because, my friends, one thing that I've been teaching you here since the very first day is that there are no free lunches whatsoever, much less from these companies that they only believe in profits and not they don't have any strategy towards the customer. Their objective, in fact, it is to find the most suckers that possible, but that has never been our philosophy, quite the opposite. Just have to visit the website of both companies is to compare that. While at stockmarketlive.tv you find that everything that we do it live ahead of the most important moves in the stock market. In a website as Goldman Sachs or Morgan Stanley, you don't find absolutely anything other than calls, market calls, that they result into very large losses. Gave you here several examples, I repeat, but I could refer to many others. So the way I see it, the future of the investment industry, for example, if I was a manager at Goldman Sachs or Morgan Stanley, and today we are doing it with other firms, that you can, and I invite you in fact to do it, you can find all these people that they are working in your company, people that they are incompetent, people that they are hurting your brand, and you can and you should, or you must, if you wish to evolve and to be leading, you should give the work that you don't have today a competitive advantage to someone, to other company that knows what they are doing in the markets. And this is precisely the case with stockmarketlive.tv. So what I'm saying here is that you don't have to do anything other than to fire every single person in your company, in these departments of trading, responsible for forex markets, for stocks, for oil, these stock analysts, that they are in fact spending and wasting hundreds of millions of dollars. They are completely incompetent. They don't have a place in your firm. They are hurting the image of your company. And you can hire us to dramatically change the performance of your company with regards to how to invest in the markets. And you are going to see that your results are going to improve dramatically. And this is the way I see the future of the investment industry. The other possibility or the other alternative is that you don't do anything. Well, you continue relying on what we call normally here as standard figure the suckers, and the suckers eventually they might continue opening accounts in your company, but you know that the end result will continue to be the same as so far this point. That is to say, they will continue losing money in the markets, and therefore I don't see, quite frankly, what is the advantage of continuing that strategy. So I think that this is a wonderful proposition. If you need to, you can visit to our website, compare our track record, and mine in particular, with every single one that you have in your company, and you are going to find that every single person that you have in your company is a profound incompetent. In fact, more than an incompetent, is a criminal, a scammer, and it's not just a question or a matter of incompetence. Is that the individual that is making these calls, for example, the stock analyst who upgraded First Solar to strong buy, conviction buying list at $72, according to my philosophy, my principles, and my own rules, this individual should be jailed, right? He's a criminal. According to your rules, he might not be a criminal in your country, but according to my rules, he's a criminal. The same with regards to the person that upgraded shares of this company, some power, to strong buy, conviction buying list with a price target $45. My friends, there are no miracles whatsoever, okay? While or ahead of a crash. So you can fire all these people, you can improve dramatically the image of your company while you outsource 100% reliable with a company that knows what it is doing in the market securely and privately without any leak of information, and it can in fact also teach some of your best traders to invest in the markets and to manage your portfolio for your customers, all right? Since we also have limited resources and we are not willing to do it for everyone, but there is one thing that you have to be certain. You have to pay the fair price, all right? The fair price has to be paid since we believe in value, and value is not what you are charging your customers to lose money in the markets. It's precisely the opposite. So if you want access to the single best stock market performers, if you wish access to consistent gains in the stock market, if you wish to beat the market every single year, if you wish to have access to live stock forecast for the guidance of your own personal, you have it at stockmarketlive.tv, and we have a website explaining the full range of service, including custom solutions. Therefore, depends entirely on you whether you wish to make the change or not, all right? So this is the way I see the future of the investment industry with regards to all these investment firms, as well as retail investors. They continue following your own advice in the markets. If you wish to continue doing that, my friends, be my guest. I don't have any problems whatsoever. I'm not here for the money. The money, it is important to demonstrate there is value in the service, and I've ever been accused, you have it on the first page of the website, of any scandal or lousy performance, okay? So if you also have questions or doubts, and for example, if you are suspicious about the track record or whatever, on the website you have all the calls made live. But even if you are, or you continue to be suspicious with regards to certain things, I don't know, certain things that you might consider completely unbelievable because your personnel is completely incompetent, which I fully understand or comprehend, there is no problem whatsoever. You make me a call and I show you, and we can find an agreement, all right? And if still you don't believe, you can submit that material to your analyst and specialist in video, in whatever you consider that is worth to be considering, to evaluate, and we are willing to discuss every single detail, all right? Provided you are serious about this agreement and obviously willing to pay the price, a fair price, which also it is available, our service, to sovereign funds, including, for example, the case of Saudi Arabia, which I believe a country, it is in great need for help in the coming years, because without the need of professional help, I think that you are going to have issues, but again, I repeat, that is something that you have to make a decision, and to make a decision you have to have access to the material, those that they are the leaders, that they are fully responsible to make decisions, not those that they are working for your orders or receiving salaries. Here we don't receive salaries, we obtain, or the money that we make is precisely from the markets and making the single best market calls in the industry, in the history of the market, shaping markets history, all right? So for those that they are, or they have access, and for the government of Saudi Arabia, you can refer to my calls in oil, all right? As also for Goldman Sachs, refer to my own calls in oil in the past years. When you were bullish oil, saying that oil was going to $200, I said that oil was going to crash. And in 2016, when you said that oil was going down to $20, I said that oil was going to rally. And when oil rallied to $51.20, you upgraded the oil, but I said that then it was time to sell oil again on your upgrade. Once again, my friends, your stock analysts, oil stock analysts, they are truly incompetent. Unless you are telling investors on CNBC or on the web, you are deceiving people. But that is a different matter. That is not certainly not my field, since I disclosed live when to sell oil at $51.20, and then oil, and this was live, you can have access to it, and oil lost 20%, all right? By the way, I don't make, as you can see it live, I don't have transcripts or scripts or whatever, no preparation whatsoever, since we don't need it, right? We know every single stock today where it closed. You had today Twilio trading at $49.25 after hours, just for your reference. And you had it here, my dear friends at Goldman Sachs, a live stock forecast at $25, strong buy, with a very conservative price target, $45. So where is your stock analyst at Morgan Stanley or Citigroup, Citibank, you know? So this is not a speech for Goldman Sachs or to Morgan Stanley. This is in fact for everyone else in the industry. I do consider in fact that you are, most of the investment firms and hedge fund managers, proven, the case of Bill Ackman and many others, truly incompetent. Not only incompetent as what I told you before, criminal, right? So that is a difference between incompetent and criminal. And I'm telling you the truth as it is, right? You might agree or disagree. That is a different matter, right? But that is your problem or concern. It is not certainly mine. Otherwise, if you have problems, you can always refer to the SEC in your country, and you can also have them contact myself, since we have the proof of your market calls as well as ours, all right? So, again, if you want to do something about it, that is to change the image of your company, and this is valid for any investment firm or sovereign fund, you should contact us and to do something about it. I'm very serious, and therefore, good luck, and in particular, to your dear customers, those that they are opening accounts in your company. I wish you the very best and very good earnings going forward. Thank you.